Hello everyone, this is Jason Samuel speaking and this is Tamil channel. Today I would like to talk about the scenario, what is happening in the Indian politics and in the election forum, and we have completed so far 4 election phases, and there is 3 more phases to be conducted, and people are getting ready for that. In the midst of all this, election campaigns are happening, conducted by all the parties across all the states which are facing these phases of elections 5, 6, 7, and all these phases of elections are getting over by June 1st, and the 5th phase of election is going to happen on May 20th. Today I want to stress upon the campaign which has been spearheaded by our current Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He is going all across India, all the states, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, and there are a lot of other states, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, and he is making a lot of political speeches. All his speeches, if you could see, as a political analyst, as a political observer, I could see there is a sense of political hatredness across all his speeches. So India, for the past 10 years, almost a decade, under the regime of Narendra Modi, everywhere, every states, all across India, if you could see a communal clashes between the communities, the rate of crimes for communal clash is rising in India more than what was that before 2014. That is before Prime Minister Modi has took over the rule. Today, India is facing a huge outrage because of all these communal tensions which are happening across the country between people, and most of the times Prime Minister Narendra Modi is supporting all such happenings across the country. Even in his political speeches, most of his speeches are all about religion, all about talking about certain communities. He's speaking about Islam, he's speaking about Christianity, he's talking about reservation. He's saying the Congress party will take out all the reservation and give it to Muslim community. Don't you think that this is a stupid statement being made by our current Prime Minister Narendra Modi? Hate speeches, the rate in which all the BJP leaders speak ill about different communities, different religion, is rising. India is abnormally becoming an intolerant country, all right? Because the leaders of BJP, under the rule of Narendra Modi, intolerance is increasing. The rate of intolerance is being increased in the last 10 years in India, which has become a big talks in the Western countries, big talks globally. The global countries are looking at India, making statements for its intolerance towards different communities, minorities. Is it not creating a wrong impression on India? Is it not creating a negative outlook on India globally? Just try to decode what our Prime Minister Modi is talking on a daily basis. Someday in some states he's actually he's speaking that the Congress will give all the reservations to Muslim, and in another day, in another place, Prime Minister Modi is talking about the caste census. He's quoting that the Congress will snatch the properties of Hindus and give it to minorities, especially Muslims. Is it the right statement? Another place, Prime Minister Modi is caught saying that if anybody have 2 buffaloes, 1 buffalo will be snatched by Congress if it is coming to power. And in another place, like yesterday, in a state, he was telling that he has never spoken about Hindu-Muslim topics, and if at all he had spoken about, he has entertained such talks, he was actually telling that he is unworthy of any kind of public life. As a gentle citizen of this India, as a person, a very common man, don't you think that The Prime Minister is lying every time, he come into public and make some speeches. Look at the way he's making all the claims. He has spoken one thing in the morning and he's denying the same in the evening. He's not very stable these days. The reports which talks about, a change in leadership across India is making him uneasy. He's unable to digest it. I think even in the northern belt, people are aware. The people of India is aware, making a note that the Prime Minister day in and day out is all around going to different states, different places, making false claims, talking about different religion, promoting on a daily basis the divisiveness and hatredness all across India. So people are well watching all this on a daily basis. Everybody is able to understand that the media is controlled by the central government, especially the BJP, the way they are showing up, the BJP and Prime Minister continuously. I think in the past 4 phases of election, which has already happened, people of India has voted for a change. There are a lot of documents and there are a lot of data which talks about that. People had voted for a change. People of India do not anymore need a Prime Minister who day in and day out talks about divisiveness, hatredness, talks about religion only, does not give any importance to developments, does not talk about developments, growth of the country. I think people are well aware of all this, what's happening across the country, what kind of jumlas the current Prime Minister Narendra Modi has been made for the past 10 years of his rule. I think people are very clear in their minds these days. They want to choose or elect a government or a leader who can give importance to developments, importance to growth, who can distribute growth across communities, across states equally. So that is the role of a Prime Minister. That can be the role of a Prime Minister. That is where people are looking for a change. I think in the past 4 elections, I believe and I hope that I.N.D.I.A Alliance is making a very strong comeback in all the 386 seats where the elections are over. And I'm hearing from different channels, different mediums, saying that 70% of 386 seats are going to be won by I.N.D.I.A Alliance. And there is going to be a very clear sweep in this election by I.N.D.I.A Alliance. Even in the rest of the 3 phases of election, the I.N.D.I.A Alliance is going to sweep most of the seats out of 163 seats. I think people are looking for a change everywhere, not just the southern part of India. This time the transformation is going to happen even in northern belt of India, the eastern part of India, the northern part of India. Everywhere a revolution is happening in the mind of the people. I think the votes of the people are making a revolution or creating a strong impact. I believe that the narrative which has been set by the opposition, that is I.N.D.I.A Alliance, is very welcoming across the people's mind. Whereas the manifesto the BJP talks about is completely ruled out by the people of India. That will definitely reflect in this election, and there will be a very sweet and warm send-off to the current Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi ji. A humble request as a citizen of India, as a common man. There are 3 more phases of election which has to happen in India, and I think I invite all the people to vote, to participate in this election. Vote for a change and vote for the future of India and vote for the harmony which we expect to be in India. I wish all the people of India a very great future which can create a lot of opportunities for all of us. Trust me, the vote which you're going to press on is going to give a lot of impact in terms of opportunities, in terms of creating a great environment for the future generations of India, the youths of India, the job opportunities, the industrial growth, the agricultural growth. I think we need to stand with these set of agenda, not just religion, communities, etc. I'm sure that all of us can do our responsibility well and look for a great change in June 4th, 2024. Thank you.